guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and with the same name update having hit Dokkan very recently, I have been going through and sort of doing like videos on all the different categories in Dokkan. There is a lot, so it's going to take a while, but I'm just sort of slowly moving through these. So today, we're going to take a look at the Planetary Destruction category. Now, this is one of the newest categories in Dokkan. At the time I'm recording this, the newest one is Defenders of Justice. And then Planetary Destruction, this was basically the Saiyan Day category for 2021. Now, it came along with this Dokkan Fest Legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here. This guy is very, very good. And he's probably going to be a very good leader for this team as well. Because the thing about Broly units have like a very basic link set, right? Think Super Saiyan, Prepared for Battle, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Fierce Battle. Just very, very common, easy to get Saiyan links for a lot of characters, right? Now, there are a number of other Saiyans on here. Turles characters are on here. Vegeta from the Saiyan saga is on here. All Brolys are on here outside of the Dragon Ball Super Broly. So there definitely is sort of a Saiyan base for this team that would really work well. Also, we have basically like all of the Friezas. Frieza from, well, let me see. Second form Friezas. No, he is? Okay. So all the Friezas from Namek are on here. So that is going to bode well for the future, right? Like already, because I think like a lot of teams like this, like, okay, so this Planetary Destruction, you have a huge like array of characters. We have the Saiyan, like the Prepared for Battle Saiyans, led by Broly, basically. You have the Majin Buu characters. You know, you've got like Kid Buu, you've got Buff Buu. Is that just Kid Buu and Buff Buu? I think so, right? But you got some Boos there. You have like the Wicked Bloodline clan. You know, you have Frieza, you have Cooler. You know, you have some of the Gods of Destruction. Beerus and Champa are on here. Champa doesn't really have a good card outside of Universe 6. Like, that Champa's only good on the Universe 6 category team, right? But like in the future, we could easily get like an LR Beerus and Champa. An LR Champa and Vados would be a good one. By the way, I already know Vados should be on this category because Vados in the Dragon Ball Super anime destroys a planet. Like, her and Champa are looking for the Super Dragon Balls. Oh, that's not a Super Dragon Ball, and Vados destroys it. Like, Champa has Vados do it, right? So she really should be on here. So what I'm saying is I think an LR Champa and Vados is very likely to me. Like, that's a definite one we would see, right? That would be a nice buff for Universe 6. That's not just one of the Universe 6 Saiyans as well, too. And the thing about that is I think they probably wouldn't be on this category, even though they certainly would help out. Yeah, because Beerus and Whis are also not on this category, but then again, Whis does not destroy a planet the same way Vados does, right? Because typically what a lot of these characters are in here, it's characters that have destroyed sort of like planets, and then they do also count the moon, right? We know this because Jackie Chun characters are on here. He destroys the moon. There's actually one character, a couple of the Dragon Ball Saga banner characters I've not been able to pull. Jackie Chun has been out for a year, and I have not pulled him from that Dragon Ball World Tournament banner, right? Nothing I could do. But he is actually on this category because it's the exact Jackie Chun from the literal moment where he does destroy the moon, too, right? So he's on here. Obviously, I don't have LR Piccolo rainbowed at the moment. I still need one dupe to finish up LR Piccolo as well, because Piccolo also destroys the moon, right? Piccolo, that's the reason only that Piccolo is on here is because that's currently the only Saiyan Saga Piccolo in Dokkan. I do believe we will get we're probably going to get multiple, like, Piccolos from the Saiyan Saga. I think, like, a Piccolo and Goku, obviously, they wouldn't be on this category, but they'll show up. Probably another standalone Piccolo will probably happen as well, right? Because with the same name update, like, the Saiyan Saga team could probably have multiple Piccolos or something like that, right? Like, there's a lot of different ways they can go about it. But this category's got really good potential, right? Because Broly, Frieza, Beerus, Vegeta, Cooler are characters that are and Cell and Cell as well. Cell is a little bit different in that it's only specifically the cells that blow up, right? I guess Cell is on here because he did blow up King Kai's planet. They count that as like an actual planet the same way they count the moon, right? So we have a lot of characters who are absolutely always going to be getting new versions, right? Dragon Ball Z Broly is one of the most popular characters in the series. He's going to be continually getting new cards. Frieza from Namek, honestly, like, LR Full Power Frieza is good, but he's not like within, I don't know, the top 20 best. Like he's probably not even within the best like top 30 units in the game or something like that. I don't know. I should get him to Link level 10 and test him out, but he's not within the upper echelon of summonable LRs. No way, right? So like Namek Frieza, like this is the best Frieza from Namek right here. This free-to-play Prime Battle unit for 500 years ago. So like we really should get a dual Dokkan Fest, dual like LR, like Namek Goku versus Frieza. I think the Namek Goku could be standalone Super Saiyan, and he could have the frown in there, which would be very sick. And then also, like, maybe the Bakayaro, that's a counter, right? Maybe even, like, a counter against beams, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, or maybe it's just a counter against normals, and then the frown could be the special KO screen if Goku finishes with the counter. Like, that would be sick, right? And then with it, we could get, like, a transforming sort of, like, Frieza, right? Who maybe could go from either just, like, normal final form right here, or maybe he goes from, like, third form, all the way up to full power. That would be a very good LR dual Dokkan Fest. But this category has definitely got a lot of potential in the future. Again, you have very major characters that are always going to be getting new versions added into the game. So even if the category is not the greatest right now, the team is pretty good because movie bosses is constantly getting updated. Even though this team has a lot of overlap with movie bosses, right? Beerus, Golden Frieza, Cooler, Broly, Turles, all, like a lot of the major movie bosses anyway. But the dual category that Broly leads is definitely very solid. And Planetary Destruction itself is only going to continue to increase in power, right? Like Golden Frieza from Resurrection F, he's going to get like an LR or a major Dokkan Fest at some point soon too, right? So I do have a lot of hopes for this Planetary Destruction category team. I think it's going to be very good moving forward. All right, so now we're hopping into an event here with this team, Planetary Destruction. Again, there's several different ways to build this team, which is very good. Sort of what I decided to do is just centralize this around Broly. I feel like that's probably the best way to utilize the category for now, is to focus on the strength of the Int Broly, who is the leader, right? You're going to be having two of him here. Just bringing a bunch of other Brolys will sort of work good. Despite the fact that we have 4 legendary Super Saiyan Brolys on this team, we are going to be fine, by the way. This build is going to work very well. STR LR Broly is very likely to completely eradicate this Bardock. And if he's not able to, then the LR Tech Broly's not able to. Then if he's not able to, then the Int Broly will be capable of doing it. Oh, 3.58, is that all? That's all you're doing, huh? With a double super attack and his defense like 250k plus after doing that. Broly is nasty, dude. By the way, that STR Broly, we're going up against, I just hopped into the Goku family stage, just so that we could sort of maximize the abilities of like the Int Namek Frieza, that STR Broly as well as the Int Broly. All these characters just sort of maximize what they're capable of doing, right? So in here, all those characters are going to have their abilities fully activated, right? Also, like, I do really like this Int Frieza right here, who is a support type unit for the target Goku category. Again, because I built, like, this sort of run of the team, I built completely based around Broly. This Frieza will support all the Brolys. So this Frieza is supporting the entire team outside of the other Int Frieza. But I don't... Like, the cool thing about this team here is that, like, rotations are not going to matter. It's just, like, the physical Broly, I'm going to want to stack him up a little bit. The Int Frieza right here, I'm going to want to stack him up a little bit. And then LR Tech Broly just sort of hide him. I mean, his defense is not that bad. People pretend like LR Tech Broly can't tank at all, and that's just not correct, right? But obviously you don't... Because one reason is LR Tech Broly is at his best in Super Battle Road, so like that's a lot of people's experience with him. And obviously his defense is solid, I think it'll typically be like 180k after super attack to like nearly 200k or something like that, which is fine, but typically he is going to still take damage even after supering, and then his stats are way better after he transforms anyway. Alright, so I'm just going to do this. The really good thing about the EZA STR Broly is he is going to be very effective even as like a floating unit and stuff like that. Like, really, just as long as I don't get a rotation of 3 legendary Super Saiyan Brolys, we are fine. Because the LR STR Broly and the LR Tech Broly both of them will work very well in the third spot of the rotation. Dude, look at the damage Tech Broly is doing. Like, I mean, I guess Frieza is functioning as a support type unit on this rotation, but still, like, he's very, like, that Broly's about to be 2 years old. That Tech Broly, like, it's like, man, like, I wish I could go back in time and tell, like, when that Tech Broly come out on Global and be like, yeah, guess what? He ages pretty damn well. You're going to be really happy you've got this guy even 2 years from now, so. Yeah, like, this is a great rotation right here. We're going up against this Goku. This is the strongest phase of this event right here. This Goku, in this Goku family stage. So the fact that we have the triple int Broly rotation right here, like, we're going to annihilate. Like, we conceivably could super attack 8 times between the two Brolys. I mean, it's not likely to happen, but it could. I mean, there you go. There's 2 super attacks already. Remember that Broly is stacking attack and defense with every attack. So, I mean, he stacks defense so fast, too. So, okay, there's a triple super attack. We really could one-phase this Goku. Again, this is by far the toughest phase of this stage. I really like the design. Wow, he did it. That's only like the second or third time my Broly has quadruple supered. That is so impressive. The damage he dealt right there, what his defense is going to look like next rotation. Such an impressive turn by that Broly, man. That Broly is so good, right? And this is not, we're not 10 turns into the event. Like, this is turn 4 right here. And look, Broly, like, soloed that Goku. That's so impressive. He's good. He is good. And, you know, how units do, well, a lot of people have pointed this out, that, like, you know, Legendary Goku events is definitely not a good gauge anymore. But, like, Infinite Dragon Ball History is it's basically the same thing, right? It's just we're getting all types of different enemies who could do different things. So these Brolys can link together because of the fact that that Broly transformed into it. I think we'll probably do this because I would like to continue to have physical Broly power up a little bit. How about we do LR Tech Broly's actives? This is a good spot for him to pop his active skill, and we'll just instantly eradicate and annihilate this Gohan right here. Alright, so now we will go ahead and let LR Tech Broly finish this rotation off. Remember that physical Broly is actually still a pretty good unit as well. That Dragon Ball Z physical Broly, like, I feel like his EZA, it's like, it seems underwhelming at first, but the way he does build up, he could be very, very effective in these longer type events, right? Like, he is getting, like, his attack, his defense basically on super attack. He gets 4 ki when he gets to 8 ki, so he's really able to do a lot of damage, right? He builds up crit chance as well. Like, you know, that physical Legendary Super Saiyan Broly can be a real problem as sort of the turns going. Well, I can't believe Gohan survived that. Oh, and we didn't get an additional super. That's a bummer. Wow. Very rare, by the way, to have a turn where we don't, like, use Tech Broly's active skill and we did not finish off. That's stunning. That's crazy. I really don't want to float off this int Broly right here. He's dominated way too much. Let's not use his active skill quite yet. We'll go ahead and save int Broly's active skill for a little deeper into the event, because int Broly, on the turn he uses his active skill, he just hits way too hard. He's doing too much. But, like, Gohan is on his last legs from Tech Broly last turn anyway. So let's go ahead and finish this guy off. And, like, as you guys see, like, there's just no threat. Like, using all the Brolys together with, like, a couple of key support type units here, which is this Frieza and the 2 Friezas here, neither of them are really, like, they can't be hurt, right? Because, like, we're going up against a Goku. That one reason I chose to go up against a Goku family enemy is that this Frieza could function at his best as that powerful support type unit, right? Which is going to be very, very effective for us. With that Frieza as a character that is guarding and supporting, like, that int Frieza is so good. Like, he is easily one of the best free-to-play units in this game's history. And the way he is built, he is going to remain relevant for a while, right? Guarding, damage reduction, it's just, it's way too much, dude. Like, he's just so good. Support, like, it's stunning to me they made a character this good. I mean, that's really all they have to do with easy, like, free-to-play units. Like, you know, this Frieza is God, basically, against a Goku family category enemy, but you have to be against a Goku family category enemy. It's not that big of a deal, right? That's a lot of the game. So, like, I would love to see them design more free-to-play units who are just, like, obscene, right? But it's like you have to be fighting a specific type of enemy just to make that happen. I don't really mind that, right? I would much rather they do that to make like one of these like free-to-play units a god like that, rather than just make them like forgettable and completely mid, right? That like no one is gonna enjoy that. Like, oh good, I have this complete throwaway character right here. Like, who cares, right? Honestly, at this point, like, LR Tech Broly is just like a floating character at this point. Like, if we get to his spot in rotation, he's gonna shoot out a bajillion, billion, zillion attack stat damage numbers, right? And he's got additionals built in like that. I was saying all these Brolys are just so relentless now, right? Okay, so here's a rotation where I do want to get them apart. Broly has type advantage, so he is gonna do big boy damage right there. That's fine. And then I think Pan is about to get one-shotted. So we'll go ahead. Next rotation, Pan is definitely dead. There's no way she's going to survive the damage from this STR Broly. But we'll go ahead and finish off this Pan. And then afterwards, we will go ahead and hop over to... I think we'll probably just finish up, right? Because Pan is going to... Yeah, Pan's going to basically get one-shotted by Broly himself. Then next turn, we'll use Int Broly's active skill. And then that's probably going to be GG for this next phase as well. Like, full Brolys. This is what I'm saying. This category team is good, right? Can we use both? No. Wait, yeah, we can. All right, well. Let's just go ahead and end this, shall we? Alright, so now we'll go ahead and pop the other active skill with the other Broly, and then, again, this is GG, right? Against Goku Jr. right here, like, we easily could, again, do the 8-turn, like, this 8 super attack turn. This turn, Broly is super effective against all types. He gets a massive increase in power as well from popping that active skill. Broly overall as a unit is just tremendously good. I actually am a huge fan of him. Like, outside of, like, the world killer Videl, like, you definitely can make a case as Broly being, like, you know, 1 or 2 for TURs. But again, Videl sort of exists outside the laws of the Dokkan universe, with how crazy she is. You know, she's kind of, you kind of have to go ahead and sort her aside. Like, yeah, she's crazy, right? So let's talk about the normal units here. Yeah, Videl, she's a little bit ridiculous, a little bit redonkulous. Oh, goodbye. Half of your health gone in one touch, huh? Yeah, that's about how that would go after you're able to stack up the whole event. Like, if he had done even 2 super attacks, he would have incinerated Goku Jr. Like, just, again, the Planetary Destruction category team is not bad. It's good. Like, this is a good team. I like it a lot. So, let me know what you guys think of the Planetary Destruction team. Again, there's very easy ways to build it. I did, you know, utilize the Int Frieza against a Goku family. I could have done AGL Cooler as well, right? Like, I feel like this build does work. Like putting all of the Brolys on there, but you just sort of want characters you could put in the middle of the rotation, right? One of them can definitely be the Int Golden Frieza who stacks. But maybe, like, if there was, like, a stronger standalone Turles for this team, he would be perfect. Like, if AGL Turles had his awakening, because, like, the STR-TUR Turles would work, but the only thing is he's a movie bosses character, which means he's not going to work the best with Broly, who does not have movie bosses, even though he obviously should. Or, excuse me, he doesn't have big bad bosses. Broly should have big bad bosses like Turles, but he does not, right? And that STR Turles does also buff Terrifying Conquerors as well. So, like, one more strong sort of supporting defensive unit, like if AGL Turles gets his EZA again, that would be really good for this team. But let me know what you guys think of the Planetary Destruction team. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.